In the vast landscapes of the Jurassic world, survival often belonged to speed, or to those who could strike first. But some creatures didn't rely on either. Instead, they reshaped the world simply by existing within it. Towering above forests and riverbeds, one giant moved with a force that could be felt long before it was seen. Every step carried weight. Every movement changed its surroundings. This wasn't just size. This was power on a scale few animals have ever achieved. This is Apatosaurus. Hello, explorers. I'm Landon Brooks, and welcome back to the Dinosaur Dude. If you're enjoying the journey, be sure to like and subscribe for more cinematic explorations of the prehistoric world. Today, we're taking a closer look at Apatosaurus and uncovering why this massive giant may have been far more powerful and formidable than most people ever imagined. Apatosaurus was enormous, stretching over 70 feet in length and weighing as much as several modern elephants combined. But its size wasn't just for display. It was functional, deliberate, and deeply connected to how it survived. Its massive body acted as both shield and signal, deterring many predators before a confrontation could even begin. In a world filled with danger, being large didn't just make you harder to kill. It made you something others avoided entirely. And that alone could mean the difference between being hunted and being left alone. Its long neck gave Apatosaurus a distinct advantage in a crowded ecosystem. Without needing to move its entire body, it could sweep across wide areas of vegetation, feeding efficiently while conserving energy. This meant it could remain in one place longer than smaller herbivores, reducing exposure to predators while maximizing intake. But more importantly, it allowed Apatosaurus to reach food sources others couldn't, feeding higher, wider, and with far less competition. It wasn't just surviving, it was controlling access to resources. Even so, no animal in the Jurassic was ever completely safe. Predators like Allosaurus were always present, watching carefully and waiting for opportunity. They didn't attack at random. They studied movement, spacing, and timing. A separated juvenile, an injured adult, or even a moment of distraction could be enough to trigger a strike. For Apatosaurus, survival depended on constant awareness, on staying within the safety of the group and minimizing vulnerability. Because when predators decided to test their chances, they did so with purpose, and even a giant could find itself in a fight it didn't choose. Apatosaurus wasn't built to run. Its immense size made speed impossible, and escape was rarely an option once danger was close. Instead, it relied on positioning, turning its body, planting its weight, and facing whatever approached. Its sheer mass made it difficult to surround, and its presence alone could slow a predator's advance. But these encounters were often tense, measured moments, where neither side rushed in without reason. Because if a predator committed too early, it risked injury, and if Apatosaurus hesitated, it risked everything. Its tail was more than just a counterbalance, it was a powerful defensive tool. Long, muscular, and capable of rapid movement, it could deliver strikes with surprising speed and force. In close range, that tail could become dangerous, capable of injuring or driving away even large predators. Some scientists suggest it may have moved with whip-like precision, turning a massive herbivore into something far more threatening than it first appeared. This was not a passive giant. It was built to withstand and to fight back. There is even evidence suggesting that the tail of Apatosaurus could produce a sharp cracking sound, loud enough to carry across the surrounding landscape. Whether used to warn predators or communicate with others, that sound would have been unmistakable. A signal of strength, a warning of resistance. In a world where hesitation could determine survival, that kind of presence mattered. Because sometimes the difference between being attacked and being avoided was the message you sent before the fight ever began. Apatosaurus didn't dominate through speed or aggression. It dominated through scale, endurance, and control. Every step it took reshaped the land beneath it. Every movement influenced the behavior of the creatures around it. It wasn't just part of the ecosystem, it was a force within it. A constant, steady presence that altered the balance of its world simply by existing. And in doing so, it proved that survival didn't always belong to the fastest, but sometimes to the ones that could never be ignored. For Apatosaurus, survival was never about speed or even defense. It was about power, raw, undeniable force. What once seemed like a slow-moving giant was something far more formidable, a creature capable of standing its ground in a world filled with predators. Because in the end, Apatosaurus didn't need to chase, and it didn't need to hide. It endured, a living force of nature, where every movement reminded the world exactly what it was capable of.